So, this is a bedtime story for Khalees, for Caden, and for Paige. This is a story about Frederick. Frederick was a very, very mischievous chicken, and he wanted to try everything. He wanted to live his life and try all the things in the world, but he had one problem. He wanted to eat everything. He wanted to taste everything. One day, Frederick and his mom, Sally, they went to the library. And Sally said to Frederick, "Hey, Frederick, why don't you go get your books? I'm going to go get mine." And he went over in the corner, and his mom went to her corner. And she started looking through books, and she got her books on how to crochet. And Frederick was still over there in the corner, and his mom came around. "Frederick, what are you doing?" Frederick was licking all of the books. And his mom was like, "Frederick, you can't lick the books." "Mom, I am so sorry, but I can't help it. I want to taste the books. They look so good. They taste so good. They do." His mom said, "Frederick, you can't taste everything in this world. You can't. Some things are not for eating." Frederick said, "Okay, Mom, I'm sorry. I won't put my tongue on everything in the world, only food." His mom said, "Okay, Frederick, that's very good." So they walked home from the library. Frederick had his books, and his mom, Sally, had her books, and they went home. And the sun was setting. It was time almost for bed. So they got home, and you know what Sally said to Frederick? "Frederick, it's time to get ready for bed. So why don't you go get your clothes on, your night-night clothes, and I'm going to wash the dishes. I'll be right in." So Frederick went into his room, and he pulled out his clothes, and he couldn't resist it. He couldn't do it. He wanted to lick his night-night clothes. So he did. He's licking his clothes. Oh, it tastes so good. And his mom comes in. "Frederick, what are you doing? You are not supposed to lick your clothes. What are you thinking? These clothes are not for eating, Frederick. I can't believe you're eating your clothes. Frederick, you cannot eat your clothes." "I'm sorry, Mom, but they look so good." "Mom, I won't lick my clothes anymore." So Frederick's mom finished putting his clothes on, his night-night clothes, getting him ready for bed, and said, "It's time for brushing your teeth time. So Frederick, you've kind of done a couple things. You've licked the books, you've licked your clothes, but now it's time to brush your teeth." So his mom, Sally, went to finish the dishes, and Frederick went into the bathroom to brush his teeth. But instead of grabbing his toothbrush, Frederick saw this beautiful, beautiful comb for his hair. And it looked so yummy. So he started licking his brush for his hair. Oh, I love it. It tastes so good. And his mom could hear him talking in there. "Frederick, what are you doing?" "Mom, I'm brushing my teeth." Mom came in, and Frederick was not brushing his teeth. He was licking his comb. His mom said, "Frederick, what is going on? You need to brush your teeth. Don't lick the comb. You're not supposed to lick the comb. Put the toothpaste on the toothbrush and brush your teeth." Frederick said, "Okay, Mom, I'm so sorry." So he finished brushing his teeth, and he went to bed. His mom was about to turn off the light. She's coming in, finishing up her work, and Frederick heard a sound, and it went bzzz. And Frederick said, what is that? It was a bee. Frederick kept seeing stopped right by Frederick's, right on his chest. And he looked at the bee, and all he could think about was how good it would taste, how good he could lick it. Frederick went to lick the bee. Ding! Ow! Ow! His mom, Sally, came running. Frederick, what happened? Mom! Frederick, what did you say? The bee! It's on my tongue! What did you say? I don't understand. The bee took my tongue. I have a bee. I want to say it. I can't talk anymore. I can't talk anymore. The bee is on my tongue. His mom said, Frederick, did you lick the bee? I licked the bee. I licked his tongue. I can't talk anymore. I don't know. His mom looked at him and said, Frederick, that will teach you a lesson. So Frederick licked the bee and it stung his tongue. And you couldn't talk anymore because tongue is oil. His mom said, Frederick, you need to learn a lesson. When I tell you that you can't lick everything, that tells you can't lick a bee because a bee's going to sting your tongue and you can't talk anymore. So Frederick had to go to bed with a swollen tongue. But Frederick did learn one thing from that night. What did he learn? He learned not to lick things that were not good to lick. Because who wants to talk? Lick me every day because you don't want to talk. So Frederick went to bed with a swollen tongue. But he woke up the next day. And you know what? Frederick didn't lick things anymore. Because he didn't want to get stung by the bee. Ever again.
But did he still have a swollen tongue?
It went down the next day, and Frederick was back to normal. So let's say goodnight to Khalees.
Good night.
Good night, Caden. And remember, both of you guys, don't lick things that you're not supposed to.
Either bee or ants.
That's right. Boom, done.